Hello and welcome aboard. I'm Ben from Melt The Icebergs. I'm a professional pilot currently flying VIPs around the world in a Gulfstream 7. But this channel is not so much geared towards flying aeroplanes itself, more to do with the experiences that I've had as both an airline and VIP pilot that can be applied to building success in life generally. And today's video is an explanation as to why I end my videos with the phrase, keep it in the greens. So please make yourself comfortable and I hope that you enjoy. Now when I refer to the phrase keep it in the greens, it actually refers to a similar system, the traffic light system that we're all very familiar with from the road. Green indicates the probability is that you're generally safe to carry on. The amber and the yellow mean that you have to be a bit cautious because there is a potentially dangerous situation. And the red, of course, means that you need really to stop, to take action. Now, anybody that's been into an aeroplane cockpit will see that there's an awful lot of dials and indications. And modern aircraft have digital readouts and they have a thing called the crew alerting system. So we'll get amber or yellow flashing light to warn us that we need to jump into action and do something pretty quickly. Sometimes when we just have an engine failure or there's a fire, it will go straight to red and we really do need to take action. But the other thing to really consider, just like when we're in a car by the traffic lights, is that just because things are in the green or the traffic light says green, it doesn't automatically suggest that everything is safe. Somebody could be stepping out in front of that car. And that's a very similar concept to the aeroplane. Everything can look great in a cockpit with all those dials and those instruments, but there's a lot of other hazards around. There's a lot of aeroplanes out to our left and right and ahead and behind. There's mountains around, there's thunder, there's lightning, all sorts of things that could trip us up. So you have to have a much bigger picture than just those three lights. So, big question is, how does this relate to everyday life? Well, I'm kind of hoping that you get an idea of what I'm talking about here, because I think it's incredibly important to develop that internal system that helps build our awareness as to whether we're doing okay in life. Indications that we are in that yellow cautionary stage, that we need to take some action before we hit that really disastrous red stage. And if I use an aeroplane analogy and think about my four main instruments, then they would be my mental state, my physical state, my emotional state, and my spiritual state. So what's the overall message here? What piece of advice do I have? It's important to respect those elements, for me the four independent instruments, and actually to monitor them really carefully so that you are aware that they are giving you those indications. We could be heading towards a thunderstorm or other aeroplanes at 1,000-mile-an-hour closing speed. We've got our own lives to consider. We've got the lives of the people that are coming along on the journey with us. We've got the lives to consider of those people on the ground below us. And in everyday life, there are so many people that are affected by our willingness or unwillingness to keep an eye out of whether we are in the green, in the amber, or in the red. And if we do hit the red, the important thing is to grab hold of the controls of your life and to ride through that storm. The important thing is to believe that that destination is ahead of you, and you will succeed if you become aware of what's going on around you. So there we go. That's the message for today, to keep it in the greens. And as always, I'd love to hear your comments, so please leave them in the box below. And if you've enjoyed the video, be sure to come back for some more as I share my experiences, thoughts and adventures traveling around the world. In the meantime, keep it in the greens, continue to discover your self-belief and live the life of your dreams.